Hello everyone, Calvin Smith here once again. I hope that everybody is having a great day, and I hope that everyone is ready to learn a little bit more about Xcode. The main goal of this tutorial is to learn how to use the camera from the UI image picker controller. However, before we learn that, we're going to acquire a variety of different skills along the way. Let's pan over to Facebook to actually see these skills. As I open Facebook, you can see a profile picture in the constraint in the middle of the screen. As I select this picture, you can see an alert controller pop up, and it has a variety of different options to choose from. Whether that's you can select a photo from your camera roll, or you can take a picture from your camera and make that your profile picture. You can even add a video and have the video set as your profile picture as well. These are a few skills that we're going to learn. However, today we're just going to learn how to constrain a UI image view in the middle of our screen as displayed to the right. With that being said, let's get started. Alright, so now what we're going to do is open a new project. File new projects with a single view application. Let's give it a name of camera, or you can give it a name of whatever you wish, and you can save it wherever you would like. I'm going to save it on my desktop. And we can get rid of the main interface main because we're going to write all our code out. Use my iPhone, and now in our app delegate we have to set up our window. We have the variable already defined, and we have to write in our did finish launch with options. This is called when the app first launches. So now we want to say window equals UI window frame UI screen dot main dot bounds. Want to say window dot make key invisible, and we want to say window dot root view controller equals UI view controller. So basically we're setting the window to be to cover the whole screen of the phone, and we're making it the key, and we're making it visible, and we're giving the UI view controller, I'm sorry, we should call this the view controller, which is this view controller right here. So now we should see, well, you can read, I can hold options, and you can select over in any of the options to read more about the definition. So if you're confused about make key invisible, it essentially says that it shows the window and makes it to the key window. If you want to read even more about it, you can hold the command button and select the button, and you would be guided to a page like such, and you can read more about the controls. So now that we set view controller to the root view controller, we should, once we launch the app, we should be guided to a black screen. So I'm waiting on the app to launch. Here we go. You see that it's loaded right here on the camera. And it's a black screen. So what we want to do is essentially put our profile view in the middle of the screen. So let's create that profile view. Let's say that profile view, which is a class of a UI image view, we're going to say let view equals UI image view dot, let's make it gray, background color equals UI color dot light gray. Let's say view dot layer dot mask to bounds equals true, and view dot layer dot corner radius equals, let's say 3. So the mask to bounds equals to true, and the corner radius, all that does is it turns the corners of the square to so that our square that we created for the profile picture the corners won't be as sharp. And now we can say return view, and we can close out our definition. So now our view will be light gray, and it's going to have a corner radius of 3. Now let's create a function which sets up our whole view of the screen. Set up view. And let's say we want the self.view.add subview profile view. So what this does is our main view, self.view, is going to add our profile view onto the page, onto the screen. Now we want to constrain that view in the middle, like we saw on Facebook. So we want to say profile view dot center x anchor dot constrain equal to self dot view dot center x anchor. Autocomplete's pretty slow today. And we want it to be directly in the middle. Dot is active equals true, and all it does is it makes our constraint active, or it makes it turn on. Now we want to say profile view dot add. No, I'm sorry, profile view dot center y anchor. We want to center it in the y direction as well. Dot constrain equal to self dot view dot center y anchor, and let's make that go up 40 pixels. So it won't be exactly in the middle, it'll be up a little bit. It's negative 40. Dot is active equal true. And now we have to give it a height and a width. So let's say profile view dot width anchor dot constrain. Let's give it a constant width of 150 pixels. And profile view dot height anchor dot constrain equal to 150. Dot is active equals true. And now also we have to keep in mind that we have to say view dot translates auto resize and mask equals constraints equals false. And you have to do that, and along with setting these constraints active to true, you also have to turn this translates auto resize and mask into constraints. You have to turn it off, set that equal to false. And that essentially just sets up our view onto the screen. So now we want to call this function, and the view did load. So once the view controller loads, so once app delegate, it's going to set our view controller to be our view controller. but then this view controller is going to load. But then once it loads, it's going to run this setup view. It's going to run the setup view function. So once we play it, we should see a gray square in the middle of the screen. And there it is. In the next tutorial, in the next video, we're going to learn how to actually have the square be able to be tappable, and once it's tapped, have an alert controller pop up. So as you can see, if you try to touch the square right now, nothing at all happens. But we will learn how to work with that in the following video. Thank you for watching.